Hello everyone, and welcome back to Fableheim and the Legend of Keepers. Today is the beginning of the end for our lovely Lyra, the Mad Engineer. We have reached the 5th banner, and to send her off in the most fantastical way I could think of, we're going to try something we've never done before. And the hint was last time. Our new talent went into this one, which grants a 15% chance to find a rare trap at the merchant from week 20 onwards. Normally, this kind of means like halfway through your run, so, you know, there's some value there and some value not there. But we're going to try a long game. Now, I think these are about 100 weeks long, so we're going to be pulling some influence from our easy mode shaman run, where basically I just skipped everything. I didn't read everything. I played the game as if I had played the game for 30 hours, which, you know, I have. As always, we'll be going in with high gold gains, low master life. This will be a long campaign, and we're going to trap everything to death.
Let's go!
Okay, that was fast. Do not get a promotion right away. Nah, we'll get our promotion eventually. This is our team, and what a well-balanced team this looks like, eh? I'm going to go ahead and name everyone, and then I will get right back to you. Okie dokie, here is our team. In the first room, we have all 3 skeleton scientists. We have used these guys before, but I never really gave them an official name. I just used their basic one, which I think was Frederic. But we have Professor, Putris, and Putricide. Professor was actually, when I used to work ages ago now, that was my nickname at work. They wanted to give everyone nicknames, and I was in college at the time. I knew a bunch of random stuff. So they're like, hey, Professor. Okay, great, it fits. We have Putris and then Putricide. Both Putris and Putricide were also professors, so it kind of just plays into it. And I'm now trying to remember which was which. They're both from World of Warcraft. I believe Putris was the one who betrayed Sylvanas at the Wrathgate.
Did you think we had forgotten? Did you think we had forgiven? Behold now the terrible vengeance of the Forsaken!
Which was one of the best in-game cinematics of all time, by the way. It was their first in-game cinematic, and it's still one of the best. And we have Putricide, who was a boss in ICC. Good news, everyone! I've created a plague that will destroy all life on Azeroth. That guy. In room 2, we have the Skeleton Archer Pestilence, the Unhoplite, and Burnbot. I'm not quite sure why these guys were put... Like, these guys all make sense. When they die, they enhance the trap, and life is going to be hilarious. That's why they're all in the first room. For now. These guys, they're just kind of thrown in for fun, I guess. If we can find a Mammon Bridget's bone, this is going to be freaking hilarious. We have 5 skeletons. As for our traps, we begin with the Ballista, which actually has grown on me over time, and the Lure. We've never actually used the Lure, but this deals 5 morale damage to everyone and gives multi-action to the next regular trap. So in a perfect world, which we don't live in, the first trap room is Lure, then we go sacrifice our scientist to triple enhanced trap the Ballista, which is already getting enhanced trap from our artifact that we begin with, the enchanted cogs, and then the trap just blows everything up. That's the plan. This is strange. Tremendously ironic. We are fighting the Priestess, Thug, and Minstrel, who deal a combination of air and nature damage. Guess what the professors are only resistant against? If you guessed air and nature damage, congratulations, you were correct. Also, our layout was not very friendly for the combination between this and the Lure, but I don't think it's going to matter. These guys are all going to die, a sacrifice to the Dark Gods, and then the Ballista's going to murder them. That's pretty much how it's going to go. She did remove her poison, which is unfortunate, but that's okay. It's fine. Putris and Putricide care not if you remove their poison. They'll just make more. In fact, do we even need the trap? Alright. So this is 4-time enhanced. Oh, yeah. Well. Okay. I didn't even look at the other ones. Anakin. Help me. Help me. Oh, you're only level 1? I have to level you up, I'm afraid. You know, do we know what happens to these guys as they level up? I don't think we do. Enhanced Trap 2. Now, there is a minor downside. Just a slight downside. There's no shit here. Okay. The downside is that, they're dying for the Dark Gods, right? We're going to bring them to 2. Well, motivation becomes a factor when you kind of just repeatedly kill something. I know, how dare they quarter him? How dare they break their wills? That's what we're supposed to be doing to humans, but, it is going to become a factor of some kind. I think I'm just going to do the same thing, and I don't want to, I want money. We're moneying right now. Because of this. That's why. Yeah, perfectly. That was, duh, why would I not do anything but that? Well, this looks oddly familiar. In that the layout is exactly the same. Nothing has changed here. So we're going to do the exact same thing. We will sacrifice Professor Putris and Putricide to the Dark Gods. They will empower the Ballista in the next room, and then everything's going to die. The only difference is, this time, we have the Novice attacking the front with Ice, the Scout and the Exile both attacking the back with Physical and then Air. And I mean, my minions don't really seem to care. Alrighty, well, I was told by Kirovets that the long campaign, it starts out easier. So, it's gonna get harder. The only question is, how much harder will it get? I don't know. Ah. Ooh. Another skeleton. You don't say. Well... We don't really... I don't think we're really going to be doing skeleton executioner stuff, but we can get him to open up the door. You know, kick open that door. Let's get this started. Now, as for here... Yes, both Professor and Putris are tired of living. Can't horribly blame them, you know? I think... So I was looking into upgrading the lure, and it becomes a good trap. At level 4, it applies multi-action 2 to the next trap. So the question becomes, do we want to try and push, like, mix this into the combo somehow? This would also open the door for, like, morale. Or do we just go all in on the Ballista, which has been proving to be quite effective? I'm not sure. We could upgrade both, but I kind of want to save my money right now. Because we have a trainer next. We could also do the course and YOLO someone to level 4. Or we can just make Putricide level 4. Seems fine to me. Unfortunately... Okay, sure. A plunder or a business trip, you say? Ah, the troll beer. The troll beer, and it sends out one of our professor. Unfortunate. But it could be good. Is this +2 to him only, or to everyone? If it's just to him, that kind of sucks. I almost want to take the funds here. We'll send them out. Let's see, what do we have left? We have Putris and Putricide, so Putris is going to have to sit out. We can see how powerful the level 4 Putricide is, and I guess we can just bring... I don't know, Anakin to the front? Someone? YOLO? Ooh, another Ballista? Good news, everyone! Well, we aren't really doing the barrier stuff, which the Hawk Chainer kind of wants, so I think I'm just going to take the money. I could have been convinced to take the monster just so we have another one. I'm playing like I already have Mammon's Bruised Bones, which I don't. I could go get another trap. Eh. Now this is a layout that we can work with. This is what I was talking about with getting the lure to go first, and then we would have the 3 Putresses here, or the 3 professors here, to buff the next ballista. Unfortunately, we only have 1 right now, but that's fine. Now, we did get the YOLO courtesy of this magician who was incredibly rude. The priestess and the scholar will be attacking the front, and the one person I didn't want in the front was Putricide, but I think I should have made it Anakin. Ah, well, it doesn't matter. We're doing just fine. It is worth noting that the professors, if we can somehow line it up, they can do morale damage to the front and apply bounty, so they themselves can recover their motivation, sort of, kind of. I've never actually made use of bounty. That could be something to try. But anyway, I think you all know how this is going to go. Farewell, Putricide. I'm going to do it just for the memes. Apply easy target. Enhanced trap 3? Oh. It's so good. So we can upgrade Chem Cloud. I think I'm just going to take Observing Shot. If something should make it to Lyra, the Dark Gods forbid, of course, that's the ability we want to use to make things better. Now, of course, we're going to go to the Engineer. I think I'm just going to double upgrade the Ballista. The lure kind of proved why it could be powerful in that singular instance. But let's see if I have the funds to upgrade it. I don't have tears. Oh, right. That's a problem. I can fix that right now. Or I can try and YOLO money for this trainer. A monster has been caught with an adult magazine depicting humans. Will you turn a blind eye to this obvious case of anthropophilia? Or will you confiscate it to take a look at it? For science, of course. I forgot I'm not reading these, but hey, for science. We don't get this event very often. I'm actually going to confiscate it because Putricide is already replenishing his stuff, and this gives us a free trap upgrade. Unfortunately, ooh. Huh. This is... this could be really good. So we could pull out the meme of the Nightmare Catcher. Do I actually do... Do we do this? This could be funny. But if we pivot into morale, this is going to be the biggest no-no of my life. I kind of think I want to play on the edge here and sacrifice the Skeleton Executioner. Two-Bird Stone is really good. We've used it a lot. So let's just bring on Hoplite to the first room, have this thick team of Please Give Me Mammoth's Bridget Bone, and move on. They would throw a Berserker my way, or a Barbarian my way when I'm missing a unit, but I don't think it's going to matter. This is kind of annoying because the Concertist is here, but I'm really not that concerned. Like, maybe I should be, but I'm not. Of course, we have Anakin to throw at the Exile, who almost one-tapped him, but not quite. On Hoplite tanking like the absolute Chad that he is. And, well, life is good. Maybe I should have bled there. Oh, Anakin died. Maybe life isn't quite as good as I thought it was. I kind of went all in on the trap here. I put the lure at the end because this layout wasn't particularly great. It is worth noting that with the lure, it only empowers regular traps. So once we get our promotion, it won't affect that. Alright, let's see how much damage this does. Bap! That was pretty good. That was pretty good. I think we're in a Chem Cloud. They're so close to death. Even with 2 units, I think we've got it. Yes, apply dodge to him. Don't protect yourself. That would be a shame if Pestilence got you. Burnbot sitting at 248 hit points at level 2, courtesy of the Troll Beer. Well done, lads. Well done. You held the line. Proud of you. Well, the Bag of Aeolus, 15 air damage and slowed. Oh, whoo. 15 nature damage, then applies 1 random penalty, then spreads all the effects applied to the target to the hero positioned behind the target. Is there a strange world where this does something really good? This ice weakness is completely irrelevant. I mean, we could maybe make it relevant. I'm going to take the giant mushroom. Mushroom. Welcome back, Putricide. I missed you. Now, the question. We can make the Ballista level 4 now that we have the tiers, or we can upgrade. Let's see, what's our... That is the incorrect button. What is our monsters looking like? I'd love to see a level 3 Putris. I can only upgrade once, though, I think. I think the biggest multiplier... The biggest multiplier is going to be the Ballista, right? I think. Going from 40 to 55 physical damage that's then multiplied multiple times. Multiple. What do they call that? There's a word for that. The R&D manager, no. Thanks for the money, but you're not taking my professor. Professor belongs to me. I've really enjoyed Anakin's presence in the front line, but I've also enjoyed Unhoplites. If Unhoplite can use his passive to make the professors live even one more turn, we're good. We need this monster pretty desperately. This was the easiest placement of my life, because the dungeon worked with me. Look at that! We're only 20 minutes in, and the dungeon worked perfectly. We had the lure placed first, which applied multi-action to the Ballista, which is about to be empowered out of its mind. On Hoplite, it was my greatest insight to keep him up front, because all 3 of these units are attacking the front. He is unfortunately not resistant to the fire, but the rest he's got in the bag. It hurts. Help me, Anakin. Anakin's in the next room. So, I'm definitely looking forward to what's going to happen here. I believe Putris is returning soon as well, so we can go back to the triple scientist shenanigans, although their motivation is probably kind of in the pits. Not that I blame them, of course. Bye. Yes, kill me, I dare you. It will seal your fate. Stop. You lived. Did he negate the first trap or something? Well, okay. Didn't live for long. Oh my. Oh my. The skeleton bull. Okay. You of course know what this means, right? We have been rejoined by the one, the only, Chad. Very nice. So, we're gonna want, is it 150 to pay the therapist for the extended motivation? We're gonna want that. We're gonna want that. So I can't spend, or is it two? I think it's 150. So we can't spend more than 200. I think I just YOLO this, because I'm pretty sure this is more than that. We can take a look at what the trap, the mushroom becomes when it levels up. 15, so at level 4, 15 nature damage applies 2 random penalties, then spreads the effects. So does this, all the effects applied? Okay. So when I took this, I kind of thought it would apply all the effects that the enemy had on them, not all the effects applied. So I think I'm just going to take this event here, play it safe. Ooh, extra tears, thank you. We're going to go to the therapist, make sure that he's not stuck. I wish, oh, Professor, why can't you be here? Professor will not get this, but we are indeed going to save the tears. Extend this. Ah, Professor. Literally 1 week off. Now, we're probably going to double YOLO here. I could have gone to the Alchemist. Nope. Don't care about the trumpeter. Do not care. Can turn tears, or blood into tears. Yes, please, and thank you. An artifact, yes, our next artifact. This room looks okay to me. This seems fine. Yeah, okay. Let's get her done. I started laying down my units, and I was like, wait a minute. Why don't I have 2 professors on the field? Because I was trying to put down Shad. I'm like, we can't have that. So I put Putricide in the back. He is our level 4 professor, and he will be able to eat at least 2 attacks from the annoying tracker who is attacking the back. It is unfortunate, but it's fine. Because all that matters is that they die. Once again, the dungeon layout, questionable for our strategy here. There is an argument to be had that if we are really struggling, like, to min-max this layout, we would want to try and actually properly fight the first room, put the lure here, and then use the easy target from our master spell to then hit them with the ballista. That would, I think, be the argument. But we're here to meme, so, you know, great. Philosopher's Stone, Horn of Plenty. Mechas gain haste 2 at the start of a turn if they have barrier points. We are not doing barrier stuff. None of this is actually horribly helpful. The Horn of Plenty does not affect traps. So honestly, do I take the Philosopher's Stone? I think I do. I think I do, team. We saw how powerful the Philosopher's Stone could be in the last episode. Now, it's worth mentioning that Shad is not level 2 yet, so he is actually not providing his amazing passive buffs that I love picking him up for. I wonder who I can train in here. Well, let's find out. Pestilence, Anakin, or Chad. Now, this is what makes Chad so phenomenal. When he's in the group, he applies Shell 2 to the monster at the front and Haste 2 to the one at the back. That can include himself. But I kind of think I just keep leveling Anakin. A level 4 Anakin can put this entire game on his back. Now, there is a world. I think we live in that world. Where we rent out the lure. Because the lure comes back to us faster, we can hit the trainer again, and then we can level up Chad. Or Pestilence. Chad's not particularly useful, level 1. Okay. Now we can go to the siege, and we can rent out this. Why can't I... okay. I'm not sure why the option to rent out the ballista is not there, but that's okay. Should I have rented out both 2 traps, 2 of my 3 traps when we're fighting a champion? Probably not, but I'm gonna do it anyway. This would have been a great time to have lure, but I think the lineup is still just so good for us that we've got it in the bag. The champion that we are fighting is none other than the Druidess. And, I was wrong about what she does. I was mistaken the first time we fought her, and probably the time before that. Her passive is that she removes 3 snacks from each penalty applied to her. So if we can keep stacking the poison, it's fine. But damage dealt reduced by 20% for each penalty applied to the Druidess. That is her damage being reduced, not mine. So basically, if you can stack penalties on her, unlike the Huntress and someone else, she becomes less terrifying. So, yeah, it's good to know. Now, why is this room still so ridiculous? Well, we had all 3 professors just die in glorious sacrifice to the Dark Gods. We have a spell here, which will be applying easy target, and then the ballista is going to...
Now, all can see. This is the hour of the Forsaken.
It's a trap! Oh, I love this banner. Alrighty, so we actually have a few rares here we haven't seen before. The tank, named Panther, good choice. 24 fire damage, applies poison 3 if the tank has at least 30 barrier points. 12 air damage and minus 24 morale. Applies demoralize 3 if the tank has at least 30 barrier points. Give 80% of total barrier points the monsters have in the room. At surface turn, max 40. Okay, so this is a barrier mechanic. We aren't doing barriers. We don't care. We've seen the Tar Ball. And the Ironclad Mantis, named Polly. What the heck should I name you? Attacks front with air damage. Gains 20% of damage belt as barrier points. Area, 18 plus 50% of the Ironclad Mantis' barrier points of physical damage. And passive. Applies multi-action to the next regular trap when the Ironclad Mantis is defeated. Huh. That sounds really good. So it's an engineer-only... An engineer-only professor. Curious. Most curious. What do you look like when you level up, Polly? I have no idea what your name should be. Nothing came to me when I saw her. Alrighty. Level 2. What changed? Your defense is ever so slightly. Level 3. Your damage. So level 4, it doesn't actually improve its passive at all. It just makes it slightly more durable and a little more power. 90 power is quite a bit of power, though. Okay. A curiosity. I think I'm going to go to the therapist here. And extend with our many tiers. I think I'm also going to rip this course. This could be really good. Especially if you, looking at these two right here. Rip it! Huh. Alright, Unhoplite, go get level 4. At least you're useful. Trap Monster, Master Bonus. I'm looking at the goal, not so much the Master Bonus. Alright, Polly. Alright, I went with Black Widow. And that's entirely because I'm pretty sure that the female mantises eat the male mantises after copulation. So, yeah, it works for me. I'm happy. Well, if you're gonna bring so much nature damage, I'm not opposed to just laying down professors. The Herbalist once again leading the charge. Very confusing on that. The Thug, and then the Ice Wizard who yelled at everything. But can you tell what changed? I'm not sure. Anyway, that slow is annoying. And unfortunately, Putris will fall. But that's alright. He is just the first of many. Should I be eating all this poison out? And maybe using my air attack? Let's see. She's weak to air, so is pretty much everything else here. Man, that seems pretty good. Oh, the bounty doesn't carry over, and that's unfortunate. Makes sense, though. If Two-Bird Stone could be used to cleave, like, dots from the first target to the second, it would be very busted. Right now, it's just kind of okay. But okay is better than bad. Bop! Oh, I love it so much. Targeting drone! Does the targeting drone actually help us? Not really. What if we just keep upgrading Absorbing Shot? We hit it twice now. If anything makes it to Lyra, it's being zapped by her drone. Here we are definitely going to the trainer. You are so expensive to level up, Black Widow. I think Black Widow is just going to be a sacrifice for the Dark Gods. I really do. Alright, we have level 3 on both Putris and Professor, who are both unfortunately going to have to sit this one out. Oh, dear. Actually, before you sit out, let's YOL this event. Darn. It is high tide we go to the stockroom. And we can get the winged boots. So we could take this. This offsets the penalty from the troll beer slightly. Not entirely, but for the most part. It's like an 80% offset. Did that math real fast. Not that it was hard in math. I could sell it to get back over 200. We are about to have to go into a fight, though. Or I can get a level on Black Widow, who is very expensive to level up. So this might be worth it. Maybe. Are my traps back yet? Hey, they're back. Good job, boys. What if I YOLO Mammon's Bridget Bone right here? Oh, okay. Well, we didn't. But we can send out Putris to go recover some motivation. And it's short. Very nice. Invited for drinks. Well, one of the persons I want this to hit is not here. Not here at all. Anyway, let's go with drinks. We don't need all the blood we have. And we're going to collect a lot more. This monster is going to be pretty important for our shenanigans. And I think we just rip this team. We could pull... do we pull Professor back? We might want to do this. I know the memes, the glorious memes, but I think we need to try and preserve our motivation as best we can. Alrighty. The trap layout like this is very inconvenient, but we can still make a good use of it. And trust me, I did. Black Widow tanks. Black Widow lives. I think she would have died without the troll beard, though. That's worth noting. Well, the poison of good old Putricite's not horribly effective, but it's gonna do something. Get that damage, Black Widow. You get it done. Hopefully... We're now fighting full tier 2 units, so the game is deciding to ramp up the difficulty a little bit. Well done, Black Widow. You live to fight another day. To steal another barrier. Proud of you. This is going better than I thought it would. I honestly expected this team to just fall over. But, oh well. You did. Your first combat, Black Widow, was well done. And now, we bop. Oh, it never gets old. Ooh, Niflheim. Niflheim, you say? Well, we've got some ice damage, ladies and gentlemen. I don't know what that name was, but it's not the name you're using. You are Niflheim, through and through. Okay, so because of our passive talent that we got, we can rip these merchants and try and find a rare trap. We're gonna renew like... Ooh, it's Bork. Renew like... twice. Oof. Do I get another one? Alright, we're just gonna leave. Rip this merchant. Our first rare trap, and it is a morale trap. The mouth shutter. The mechanic is also here. The mechanic's pretty good. He's more of a miraculous pill boy, but he's pretty good. I do like the poisonous plant. Another on hoplites. Trained rats. I say we plunder. We haven't done a whole lot of plunders. I'm always afraid of the plunders. And this is why. Ooh. I think I take this one. We could YOLO this for a lot of money. But I think I'm taking this one. This gives us a monster, 1 morale for Putris, 100 gold. What's gold cost? Oh. That's fine. The volunteers came back without plundering anything, too drunk to remember their goal. Oh, great. Okay, so they're going to come back. Perfect. I mean, perfectly calculated. Hello, therapist. Goodbye, therapist. Perfectly calculated. And now we have a second pestilence, who is, of course, going to be named Virulence. Level 4 on Hoplite. It's looking good. I like what I see. Niflheim is coming back. Professor's going... Look how many skeletons I have. Where is Mammon Bridget's bone? That's all I want. That's all I need. Alright. Let's go overwhelm these sods, shall we? Another monster. I kind of have too many. Do I want to YOLO a trap instead? Our trap situation is not bad. The only other trap I could really think of that I would want is the Nightmare Mirror, I think. Let's just take a monster. Well, pack it up, ladies and gentlemen. We got it. The lure's entire reason for existence has been fulfilled. So now we just yeet the scientists into the great Ginnunga Gap, let the Dark Ones feast upon their rotten souls, and, well, move on. It's a done deal. Oh yeah, also we got YOLO'd around, but it really doesn't matter. We're fine. Our whole team is weak to ice, which is... Well, our whole team being this one unit 3 times is weak to ice, but, it's fine. I think it's just fine. Alright. Bibbity bobbity! Oh. Oh. It never gets old. And we get Bork out of it. Welcome back to the team, Bork. Now, Bork and Chad are the 2 passive buffing units. Well, there's also the weird scary lady, but I love both of these units. Bork is a bit squishier than Chad, but so they can both be very helpful. Especially game, if we find game, Mammon Bridget's Bone. Let's get Professor to level 4. We do have the Siege coming up. How much did the mushroom sell for? Was it 160? Well, doesn't matter. Let's find out. 130. Okay, I underestimated that. We can't really do the train. Ooh. An enthusiast. We see this guy very often, and typically I tell him to go away. But it's finally happened, Brian. Burnbot can steal the magic purse. Trading price of monsters and upgrading price of traps reduced by 30%. Now, look at our team. The most important part of our team is all level capped. However, our team has a lot of units that are waiting to level up. Black Widow is expensive as hell. Anakin, almost level 4. All of this stuff needs levels. And if we... Well, leveling up the lure is going to be expensive as well. So we're actually going to steal the magic purse, and I'm going to make use of it. Wow. It's been so long. So long. Now, unfortunately, Putris is going to have to step out for this one. But I don't think I have to change anything. I think we're just going to run it down and claim our dub. Alright. Well, our counter has finally arrived. If you were asking yourself, what could possibly stop Fable's absolute demolishing of the universe? This is it. The tracker is immune to poison and is going to dodge the first activated trap. I can't think of a worse thing to fight. Truly. It's terrible. How will we ever win now? Well, I'm kind of acting a little bit because it doesn't matter if she dodges the first trap. Because the other 2 aren't going to. Unfortunately, Black Widow did break beneath the endless tide, but for her death. Wow, that hurt. Rude. Alright, we're just gonna claim the, this is the farthest enemies I've gotten in a long time. I almost don't know what to do. We're just gonna go ahead and claim the barrier points. And our team here is gonna clean it up. We're gonna go ahead and clean it up. Immune to poison. Very unfortunate. Dead. Also very unfortunate. Thankfully, Pestilence can just eat that attack. I might have... Maybe the call here was to do the self-barrier, but I don't think it's going to matter. I really don't. Oh, look, it didn't matter. Do I just take the skeleton? I wonder which of these sells for more. I think it's the Aerobot. I think he sells for the most. Don't tell that I did. Don't tell them that I did that whole monster thing just to find the unit, find a unit to sell at a black market. Please don't tell them. at the late trainer. Our heroes are all level 4. One of them's not here, which is why I was confused for a brief moment. Down from 400 to 297. That is quite the savings. Wow. Okay, I see why the magic purse is good now. Alright, let's get Bork to level 2. Oh, Bork doesn't need to be level 2. Bork already has... Whatever. It's fine. It's fine. Oh, no. A thirst for revenge. Whatever, shall we? Okay, bye. Who? Okay, I guess Virulence can go away. Virulence. Putris. You. Go away. Okay. Clean that up. Well, I guess we therapist into YOLO, however we look at this. Oh, I need more tears. Eh. Regarding the bet you placed and won. Oh. Huh. Alright, well. I'll fisticuff you. Don't test me. And week 52. I think this is a good place to stop once we claim this. So we're going to do this champion, and that will be the end for today. The final fight. Here we go. We are in the presence of royalty. The Dawi High King Thorgrim is here to say hello. The dungeon layout's not particularly great for us, but that's alright. We will make it work. It is fortunate that our scientists are all pretty resilient against air, coming in at 25% after the debuff, which is nice. So we're probably going to tank this for a while. We're just going to be spamming toxics out and drowning the world in poison. And I realized while I was doing the monster placement, we need to bring some of our killiness back to the second room. Like Anakin on Hoplite. You know, those sort of people. They need to come back to the second room and make sure that nothing makes its way to our dear Lyra. Mad yeah. I mean, 22 stacks of poison goes a long way to preventing that too. Ah, it's beautiful. It is beautiful. Now imagine if I had Mammon's Bridget Bone on top of this. That would be disgusting. Ah!
The Great Book of Grudges remains full.
Good, Anakin, good. A powerful Sith you will become. Over the Philosopher's Stone all day, every day. Alright, it's over. We've won. We can pack it up.
We'd like to offer you a promotion.
Oh, thanks. This is where you get the promotion. We've done so well. None of this matters, but we are going to take the defensive turret. It does physical damage. We apply broken armor through the ballista that we are using to great effectiveness. So, I mean, if something makes it through. What does this do again? Deals 20% of final damage. Do we want to try the fire one? I mean, it really doesn't. Okay, we'll try the Grenadier. Just because we've never seen it before, I'm going to say we're doing it just to do it. Because this is completely irrelevant. We've won. For those who don't know, Mammon Bridget Bone, monsters placed in a group containing only skeletons gain 15 to all resistances and 30 to armor. I don't know if you can tell, but if you look at our team here, it's skeletons. We have 1 mecha, 2 mecha, and that's it. The rest is skeletons. So we've won. I'm very satisfied. This has been a blast. I'm so glad I decided to do this. This has been so much fun, and I hope that you enjoyed. We'll call it here. Like I said, I believe the long run... Oh. Oh. Huh. Why am I on week 1? Did I... Is 52 weeks how many in a year? So you do 1 year, and then it gives you the promotion, and then you go on to year 2? Is that what happened here? Anyway, it's been an absolute blast. I have really been enjoying this, and I hope that you have too. Thank you all for watching. I hope that you enjoyed. This has been just so much fun. I'm repeating myself repeatedly because I can't think straight. Thank you to the patrons and channel members who support the channel. I greatly appreciate you. And if anyone would like to stay up to everything happening on the channel, feel free to join the Discord description down below. Next time, this absolute chat of a team brings it home, and we'll give Lyra her final salute to the dungeon. Bye!